That's what they're doing to us, you all. That's what the police are doing to black men right there. My job is to do this right here. Sound the alarm in Zion. We're going to do just that next week on Monday night when we meet at 3214. You know the address by now, right? Y'all know it? 3214. What? Vernon in Los Angeles. That is the Greater Hopewell Baptist Church, where Pastor Kenneth Pitchford is the CEO and the overseer and the pastor and my good friend. And he is a funeral home director also. And he's tired of burying these bodies that have these bullet-ridden bodies where police officers have killed these people. And so we're going to be there next week, and we want you to be there also. 3214 Vernon, Greater Hopewell. I am Sherman D. Manning, author of The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. I encourage and urge you to get that book at local bookstores or get it on Amazon.com. It is a book. It is a read, and you should read that book. In the midst of all of these shootings and killings, we need to be reading Kids Killing Kids also. That's my mega book. It's 600 pages long. It is also available on Amazon.com and in bookstores, called KKK, Kids Killing Kids. Get that book. I just got a call from Eagle, Idaho. And Lord knows I don't know a whole lot about Idaho, but I know I haven't heard of Eagle, had never heard of it. From a young white lady who says she will be flying in on Sunday night so that she can be with us Monday at 3214 Vernon. And I have a special seat reserved for her because she's coming from so far away. Not just because she's a white woman. You know, I love all women. I love all people. Black, white, dark, light. That's how I was raised and that's how I live. But when someone calls me from Eagle, Idaho, and tells me that they're taking a plane and flying in to the National Night of Prayer for black men and the police, yes, I'm going to reserve them a seat. If I have to give her my seat, she'll be getting a seat next week. And I hope, pray, and believe that lots of you who are listening will show up also. Send me an email at shermandmanning@gmail.com. I'm sorry, shermandmanning@gmail.com. That is Sherman D. Manning, all one word, @gmail.com. Send me an email and let me know you're coming. And if you just want to call me, give me a call, 404-386-9356. That is 404-386-9356. Call me and let me know that you're coming. And we want to do everything we can to motivate and encourage our young people to show up so that we can begin to organize and strategize and figure out ways to bridge the divide between the cops and the people they're supposed to be serving and protecting. We need a cunning strategy. See, that is the key to the movement that Dr. King had. Dr. King was an eloquent and articulate speaker, as you know. He was an orator. He was the best oratorical giant, if you ask me, who has ever lived. This man could say it, as preachers would say. But after Dr. King finished giving these great, eloquent speeches, he and his team had a plan. They had strategy. They had steps that they took in order to create change. They planned things. They analyzed. They strategized. They had a marching plan. They had marching orders. They marched to dramatize the issue, to get the attention of the media as well as get the attention of supporters. But then after they finished with all the speeches and all the marches, there was still more strategy. They went to court. They fought. They lobbied politicians. They lobbied. They taught nonviolence. They had a strategy, and it worked for them. Now, one would argue that they should have had a strategy for getting black people out of poverty, but number one, nobody can do it all. And number two, why can't we do that? They got the doors open for us. And now why don't we come up with some strategies to lift black and brown people out of poverty? Wouldn't that be a great idea? If we could spend that energy, if we could exert a great amount of energy into figuring out and devising plans to lift people out of poverty. No negativity, please. No, we ain't gonna be able to get everybody out. No, Jesus said the poor you're gonna have with you always. We already know that. We already know that. But at the end of the day, what can we do? What can we do differently? And what can we do that will begin to lift somebody? You know, my thing is if you only left one out, that's better than nothing. My thing is start somewhere and start with somebody. That's my thing. And so I'm not mad with you if you don't lift everybody out. Lift somebody out of poverty. Lift them out and make a difference. And this is what we need. This is what we should be doing. This is what I want us to do. It's going to be one of the plans that we should be pursuing, is figuring out ways to lift people out of poverty. To lift them out, to lift them out, to lift them out. Because black people got a money problem in this country. And so do Latinos. And so we have got to do something. We got to do something quickly. Go ahead, bro. We have to do something quickly. We have to do something quickly. And so let me know what you think. This is a live podcast, so you know I'm talking. You know I'm a politician of sorts. I talk to the people. So if I stop or have to yell at somebody or whatever the case might be, then don't be mad with me. You know, come help me. So you can hold the smartphone while I do the podcast. You know, hold my arms up, help me out, help me do what I'm trying to do here. Because what I'm trying to do is for the benefit of the people. It's not just for my own aggrandizement or my own money or what have you. There's a lot of other things I could be doing, and a lot of other easier things I could be doing other than this, if I just want to make money or something like that. So ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about it? What do you think about my thought process, which is that we need to figure out a way to bring people up out of the hoods. The hoods are where a lot of these problems are taking place. And we're not blaming the poor now. We're not blaming the victims. We're not saying these people brought it upon themselves. They did not. Nobody asked to be killed. And especially nobody asked to be killed by the cops. And it is inexcusable. And we're not going to excuse them because the people they're killing are in the projects. My only question is, what would happen if we could get them out of the projects? Why don't we try to get people out of the ghettos and get them jobs and get them training and get them skills and get them education? Think about it. Ladies and gentlemen, be there sharp next week, 7 o'clock on the dot. I got to go. I wish I had more time. I got to get out of here. I have to. Try to get back later. 7 o'clock, 3214 Vernon at the Greater Hopewell Baptist Church. That's where we're going to be holding our National Night of Prayer. And we're going to be asking everybody who can to be there. Sherman D. Manning, we'll see you. We'll see you next week at 7 o'clock sharp.